If you have kids, would you want them to be in the industry?
Steve. I don't know if it's always about what you want, and that's good parenting.
That's true. I like that.
I wouldn't project what I want onto them. Mom. Oh. We all know that I'm living her dream.
I just said the other day, Mammy, I will praise her, except she did one thing wrong and she didn't give me singing lessons.
True.
Because I can.
You're a great dancer, but.
You're a good dancer.
But by the way, that doesn't stop half these other acts, so I don't know why you're not.
True.
Very true. Also, when she's high, she actually sings
better.
better.
You know, it's true.
It is true.
I've actually belted out some tunes on here and they've been pretty good. When she's
high. Really?
Not bad. Yeah. I was stoned, so I wasn't overthinking it, and it was like, girl, hit that falsetto.
Oh, no, she only sings in falsetto. That's the thing. It's always head voice.
It's like the more time passes, the more right I become, you know? Obviously, I've been telling you guys that Tish is obsessed with Miley and living vicariously through her. And here goes Miley confirming it. Now, you guys know that I believe that they're soul swapping, okay? It's like, this isn't Miley. And you guys cannot tell me that all of these crowds are not just like bought and paid for. Honestly, they're probably not bought and paid for. They're probably just told like, hey, Miley's gonna be here. But they're clearly, like, this whole thing just looks so fake. They're clearly hired and they give them like so much merch for her to sign. Like, you really expect me to believe that every single day, this is daily that she's posting. Every single day, she's signing autographs for random crowds, like out in Paris, out in New York, out in California. I mean, it doesn't stop. It literally does not stop. And you expect me to believe that this is the same Miley. Look at those dead eyes. You expect me to believe that? In case you didn't notice, she doesn't really wear a lot of color anymore. This is a very scary photo, but so I mentioned that she doesn't wear color anymore, and now all of a sudden they've got her wearing a blue dress. But I want you to take a look at this performance and how she keeps looking down to read her own lyrics. Okay, so every time I pointed, she was looking down at her lyrics. And the lyric was only, and we can't stop, and we can't stop, and we can't stop, and we can't stop. And she had to look down 5 times. And it actually kept going. I just cut it off just to say we can't stop. This woman is literally trapped at the chateau because I believe she's kind of in a conservatorship, just like Britney Spears, just like Justin Bieber, just like a lot of them. Like, they're just in these soul contracts. And Tish is a very big player in this game. Like, Tish wanted Miley to be in the industry, literally sold her off into it. And I know that Miley and Tish don't get along. Look, they had a whole unfollow debacle, but then they're best friends one day. They're like frenemies. And this woman got married to Billy Ray Cyrus, even though he cheated on her so much and had another baby with another woman and everything. Look at her, this wannabe, this fucking pygmy with those creepy eyes, blue eyes. She married him because she wanted that life through him, which you guys have told me to look into Billy Ray Cyrus and his story, and we'll do another video on that because I'm still deep diving him. But poor Miley, literally since she was a baby. Here is Miley as a baby. Her face says, send help, please, send help, somebody help me, save me. She was on a show with her dad. He was guest starring. And the show was called Crook and Chase. Like, crooks who are chasing something. Like, all the clues are everywhere, okay? So I'm sitting here watching this interview of Billy Ray Cyrus, who brings Miley out just to parade her in front of everyone and have everybody touch her and manhandle her and literally pass her around, okay? The poor girl looks like she wants to be saved out of this family. But what I found interesting is that when they're wrapping up the show, the hostess says this.
Thank you for letting me too. Thank you for letting me borrow your man for an hour.
That was weird. I love you, Miley. And Tish, thank you for letting me borrow your man for an hour. And this is not the first time that I've seen an interview where Tish gets shouted out by the person that's interviewing Billy Ray Cyrus. Like, thank you, Tish. Like if Billy Ray belongs to Tish. It's very strange. And did you see, this is her face when the lady is saying that. And then when she mentions Tish, she side eyes, like, very weirdly. Now, you guys can think what you want. You can think I'm crazy. But yeah, she was just a baby. But you don't think that she was aware. She went through a lot of trauma. She even said she went through a lot of trauma as a kid. So as a kid, they were already training her, passing her around, doing whatever so that Tish could live her dream. And so now it's like Miley is just a vessel. Like Miley's soul isn't in there anymore. It's just like Destiny Hope is not in there. And it's just a vessel. Like she looks older and weirder every day. Older and weirder every day. And I just think that it's because, like I said, that whole family is just soul swapping. They're just going back and forth. And people will say, how can they all just sit next to each other if they're all soul swapping? It's consciousness. And like their body can be there, but their brain is shut off. You know what I'm saying? And then they can jump. It's like a skin suit. And then they can, like, you guys don't even know how powerful we are as humans. Celebrities know. They do a lot of rituals. They do a lot of things too. That they know. That's why every time we see Miley now, she's got the dead eyes. She's not really in there, unfortunately. I'm sorry, Miley. I'm sorry, Destiny Hope. But she is definitely speaking out like she just did in that podcast where she's like, we all know that I'm living out your dream. So good job, Miley. She's speaking out. Oh my God. I just finished filming that video, and then I get on Instagram, and then I guess here on TikTok, and I see this, that she's in Paris with the priestess herself, Miss Beyonce. Miss Beyonce knows. And when I say that Miley is speaking out, I mean that the true original Miley is coming through the replicated Miley, okay? And her soul will come through and her spirit will come through and she will speak out, just like you've seen. There's little bits where she'll speak out. So all of this is codes. Like the original Miley is coming through the replicates, and then is like speaking to us like that she's in this sea ship. You know what I'm saying? That she's under contract. So like she's speaking out through her actions.